Mother from Queens accused of killing her 6-week-old twins moved from a police precinct in Queens tonight. 23-year-old DANEZJA Kilpatrick was charged earlier today with 2 counts of first-degree murder and another 2 counts of second-degree murder. Police conducted a wellness check yesterday at her apartment and NYCHA's Woodside houses. One infant was in his crib with stab wounds to his neck. His sister was wrapped in a blanket under the sink.
Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. The protester.
Dark XoDus.
Open your mind.
You know.
Yeah, X.
You know.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. You understand?
Yeah, X.
You know.
You understand? Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Yeah, X.
You know.
You understand?
Yeah, X.
Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus.
Oh, damn. I was talking all this time with no goddamn. I didn't even have no audio. I didn't have my mic turned on. My damn echo is on, or my reverb. Shit is crazy. But welcome back to the Proper Thought series. I'm your host, X, of course. But you knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Still no sound. There should be sound now, right? Can y'all hear me now? Yeah, I have my mic buttons all fucked up, brother. Shark Sims. I think that's Clue, or no? Yeah, I have my mic buttons all fucked up, man. Yeah, tonight, man, we're gonna talk about this story here because y'all know all week I've been talking about these old mamas, like all week. So we're gonna go ahead and finish the week up with talking about a story that I got sent today. I wasn't even going to do anything tonight, y'all. You know, I wasn't going to do nothing but sit on my deck and drink beer and shit. But somebody sent me this story in my email. My man James, who's a longtime supporter of this platform. He's been supporting me ever since I had like 4.5 subscribers. But yeah, he sent me the story. And he was like, you know, X, you know, you should do this story. So I took a look at it. And once I started to look at it, you know, this kind of shit is right up my alley. So I said, what the hell? I'll go ahead and do it tonight. Close the week out with these old mamas. We're going to be talking about DANEZJA Kilpatrick. I don't know who names these people. Whoever names these people should be dragged out of their house. All right. Dragged out of their house and whipped severely around the back and leg area, and then drug into a library and sat in front of a damn thesaurus, you know, so they can pick out better names for their damn offspring. But notwithstanding that, when I looked over the story, man, I was like, yeah, I got to do this, man, because this is another horrific story, y'all. I've been bringing y'all horrific stories, all right, for like the last week or so. Here's another one. From my home state of New York. I'm surprised I didn't know about it, but I know about it now, and we're going to talk about it tonight. But y'all know I always start the show off, man, with thanking you good folks, man, for your likes, your shares, your views, your subs, okay? And, of course, your hard-earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces. Because I realize you don't have to do it, man. You don't have to show up to these goddamn streams. Okay, you don't have to share these videos. You don't have to like them. You don't have to watch them. And you definitely don't have to sub to this channel. And you definitely don't have to drop your hard-earned coins on this platform. But you good folks choose to do so, man. And I don't take you lightly. I never have, and I never will. You got my word on that. I'm humble. I'm honored. I'm appreciative for all the people who hang out there and the good folks who hang out in here. All right. All right. So tonight we'll be talking about Miss DANEZJA Kilpatrick. Now, before we get started, I want to show y'all a couple articles that I read. Hold on. Damn it. I want to show y'all a few of these articles because it's actually crazy. I don't know if y'all saw the video at the beginning, but y'all need to. You do. But we're going to go ahead and pull this up from the New York Post, which is not one of my favorite New York papers, but here it is. Here it is, just the same. Says here, Queen's mom, 23, arraigned on murder and poisoning, scalding, and stabbing death of infant twins. You can see her being led out of the precinct here. Yeah. All right. Queens prosecutors on Saturday revealed the horrific case of death of 6-week-old twin babies. First, pine sol was added to their milk, and then they were scalded with hot water, all allegedly at the hands of a young Queens mother now charged with their murders. And when one baby somehow still survived the scalding and the poisoned milk, he was a tough little baby. He survived the scalding and survived the poisoned milk with pine sol in it. The mother finished him off because it says here the mother stabbed him in the neck to finish him off, prosecutors allege. The sickening details were revealed at the murder arraignment of DANEZJA Kilpatrick, charged with killing Dallas and Dakota Bentley, her 6-week-old twins, inside their NYCH apartment. Those of you who are not familiar with New York City, that's the New York City Housing Authority apartment, meaning it's probably a subsidized apartment. She probably pays like, I don't know, $100 rent or something like that. It's subsidized by the city public housing. So we all know the story behind, that. But we continue. Kilpatrick, 23, who allegedly complained, "I can't take it anymore," when the authorities discovered the bodies of the tiny boy and girl, first put the cleaner pine sol in their bottles of milk and tried to feed them, according to a criminal complaint. When that didn't work, the young mother put each of her infants in the bathtub, running hot water all over them, according to the complaint. Dakota stopped moving under the water, authorities said, prompting the mom to wrap her small body in a pink blanket, then placed it inside black plastic bags she shoved under the kitchen sink, according to the charges. Dallas somehow survived the bathtub scalding, but was found lying face down inside a bassinet with a knife sticking out the back of his neck, according to the count record. I mean, these women are just, they are just gruesome, man. I mean, they are just gruesome. Are y'all listening to this? They found this baby with the knife still in his neck. He survived the poisoning. He survived the scalding hot water. And she said, you know what? I have to kill this baby somehow, and shoved the damn knife through his neck. I mean, these people are pure D evil, man. These people are evil. But anyway, the babies were found at about 3:10 p.m. Thursday after a relative asked police to check the apartment in the Woodside houses at 51st Street and 32nd Avenue, police said. Kilpatrick was charged with 2 counts each of first and second degree murder and criminal possession of a weapon, according to the complaint. I mean, and 4th degree of weapons and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. And once again, there she is, being let out by the Flatfoots. They say Kilpatrick's next court appearance is set for May 21st, which has already passed, so I'm pretty sure she's still in jail. Well, then again, maybe not, because, you know, like we talked about all this week, they always play crazy. So, you know, she might have killed these babies and end up in a damn some mental institution for 6 years and be right back out again, fucking and having more, because she's only like 26, I believe. Shit, she'll come right out and be fucking and having more babies to kill. And it's crazy, man, because I have to wonder about the people around this person. All right. You have to wonder about the people around this person, because they had to know something. Okay. They had to know something. Okay. They had to see something. They had to, I mean, you know, and I wasn't able to get hold of her mugshot, y'all. Her mugshot, I wasn't able to get my hands on. But I'm pretty sure when that mugshot is made available, what you're going to see is a cold, callous, faraway look in the eye of this woman, like we always see. They always have that same look in their eye after they kill these babies. I mean, and she stabbed the baby in the neck. In the neck. Because, see, the hot water and the pine sol in the milk just wasn't enough. So she said, well, let me pull this knife out and stick him in the neck to finish him off. I mean, it's just crazy, man, because I keep bringing you story after story after story after story of these fucking women doing this, man. All right. And this was a story that I didn't even have, y'all. I did not have this story. Someone sent me this today. This is actually one that I wasn't even aware of, and I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Shit, I was just in New York City like 3 weeks ago. I had no idea about this case. Now, y'all know I've been told, you know, X, you always pick out the outlier stories and all this kind of stuff. So if there's such outliers, why do I have so many of them? Why am I able to show this shit all the time about these old mamas? This is no fucking outlier, man. There's no outlier for this. Well, actually, Brother Shark Sims, there is. There is a death penalty because Frances Newton was executed in 2005 in Texas for killing her children and her husband. I guess you have to add the husband in there to get the death penalty for these chicks. Yeah, she killed her children and her husband back in 1987. She was executed 2005 on Texas death row. She was the first black woman killed in modern times on Texas death row. Yes. But often they don't, nothing happens, man, to be honest. It's just crazy, man. It's just nuts, man. I mean, these children are being killed by the hands of their old mamas. They're not being shot by some gang member shooting in the park. They're not being killed by some white man, you know, or white supremacy. Or, no, mom is doing it. Okay. It says here on this story here, it says when officers entered the apartment, they found the baby boy Dallas in a bassinet with a knife protruding from his neck. Protruding from his neck. After the officers found Dallas and questioned Kilpatrick about the second baby, she pointed towards under the sink, officials said. That's where they found Dakota wrapped in a plastic garbage bag, according to the district attorney's office. Both infants were pronounced dead at the scene, police said. So they come there, like I said, the knife sticking out the baby's neck. Okay? Sticking out the baby's neck. So, and allegedly, from what I understand, from what I read earlier, they found the bodies on Thursday. The cops are saying that the kids were killed like Monday. So she just had the baby laying in there in the bassinet with a damn knife, probably like a kitchen knife or something, sticking out the baby's neck. And she was just going in and out of the apartment like, you know, nothing was happening. She said she didn't want the babies anymore. They wouldn't let her sleep. They made too much noise. And also, according to one of these reports, she claims to not even know who the father of the children are. Now, her family was saying that she, had prior mental problems. Are we surprised about that? No, because these hoes are crazy. All right? They're crazy. So when you have a person, and this is where I have to hop on the brothers. This is where I have to hop on you brothers, man. Why do y'all continue to climb on top of these crazy fucking women, man? Why do y'all continue to do it? Because she had twins. Somebody climbed on top of her, didn't they? Unless she stole somebody a semen out of hospital or something, or she went to a sperm bank. One of you Negroes climbed on top of this crazy hoe. Yeah, one of you did it. She had a couple babies for you, and now they're dead. And now they're dead. I wish you brothers would stop climbing on top of these fucking crazy hoes. I wish y'all would stop doing it, man. Because like I said, man, story after story, I've been bringing y'all shit all week about these women who just callously kill the children, man. Just callously kill them. I mean, if I would have known about this story, I would have had her up here with the Momnificent Seven. See them all? All of them back there killed their children. Every single one of them. They all killed the children. But I didn't know about her because she would have been up there. She would have been up there. I may have to revise the Momnificent 7 series. A new edition needs to be added. Because if you can cold-bloodedly, man, take Pine Sol, dump into the baby's milk, have them drink that, then take their little bodies, run scalding hot water on them, and then finish one of the babies off with the knife. I mean, she's right up there with old Fallon Harris here, who shot her son 3 times in the head like it was nothing over a fucking SD card. Ain't that something? Almost as bad as the other story I brought y'all with Mrs. Wilkerson here. Drove her babies right into the fucking ocean and walked on away from there when the people was trying to save them like nothing was happening. This is what we have, man. And like I said, you brothers continue to climb on the top of these hoes. What you thinking about, man? What, you didn't know she was nuts when you met her? Did she hide it? Did she cover it? Or is it that, y'all know these crazy hoes, boy, got that monster down between their legs? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is, man. The brothers climb on top of these chicks, boy, because from what I understand, them crazy chicks, boy, got something crazy going on down there. But that being said, you would have to engage with her before you get to that, right? It's not like she just walk up and pull her skirt and panties down, right? You'd have to engage with her in some type of conversation to get to that point to even know that that's a thing, right? I mean, what does a bitch this crazy talk about? What does she talk about? What kind of conversation do you actually have with someone like this? Because there's no way, I believe, that these chicks just wake up one day and then tomorrow kill the kids. I mean, that's got to be something that's going on up here for a while, for at least a week or 2, or possibly a month. There's no way she just goes to sleep Friday night and wake up Saturday morning and kill the babies. And then just breeze on out of the crib and go on about her life, go to the supermarket, hang out with her friends, probably get up with some Negro. I mean, this is something that's floating in these women's brains, brothers. And they have to be crazy as hell when you're talking to them. I find it hard to believe that someone who has the psychotic episode of killing their children somehow talks sane to the guys that she's encountering. There's no way that she comes off as sane 9-10 months before. Because these babies, man, were only 46 days old, man. They were a month and a half old. All right. So some Negro she got up with 10, 11 months ago hit that raw, obviously. But then again, I don't know. But somehow she got inseminated, right? Because she might have been one of them crazy chicks who get the condom out the garbage can and just pour it in there. She might have been one of those. I can't put nothing past anybody who would kill 2 infants. So she might have been one of those. But somehow she ended up pregnant, had twins. The twins lived for a month and a half, and she decided she didn't want them anymore. They wouldn't let her sleep. They kept too much noise. So she decided to kill them. And I know there's more backstory to this. I just haven't got into it yet. I haven't gotten a chance to dig down into it. I can only go by the reports that I see. I mean, if I would have knew about this when I was in New York City, I could have, I probably could have got a better bead on it. Because over there where she murdered the kids at, I actually know people in that area. And might have could have, found out something, did some real reporting on it or something. But yeah. But she's a classic case, man. She loves you forever until she doesn't. Y'all see it. Y'all saw the photo on the thumbnail. I think that was like her Instagram picture or something like that, where she says, "Oh, I'll love you forever." In her mind, forever was 46 days. 46 days was forever for those babies. And the crazy thing is, I guarantee you this, that this wasn't just some, of course the chick is crazy. She killed them babies, but like I always say, man, I guarantee you, man, she killed those babies over something else. It probably had something to do with the man. Like all the stories I bring you, it's always something to do with some man. They got into an argument with the man. They got into a fight with the man. They wanted to get back at the man. The man didn't want them anymore. Like, it's always the same old shit. The same old story. They lost their mind all of a sudden. And it usually has something to do with the man. And for some reason, the children always end up suffering. The children end up dead over a psychotic frustration episode. And they go into court and now they pretend they nuts. All right? They back and forth in court. I'm so crazy. I didn't know what I was doing. But somehow they can come in there with a different wig on. Right? But somehow when the babies are dead, they got the wherewithal to wrap them up in plastic. Got the wherewithal to put them in the closet. Got the wherewithal to put them in the trunk of a car. Got the wherewithal to put them in a fucking deep freezer. Like I said a couple nights ago, if they so fucking crazy, how come those babies ain't right where they killed them at? And you walk in there and they just sitting there staring into space. No. After they kill the children, they go on about their lives like nothing's happening. They at the store. They at their friend's house. They going out with dudes. They at the park. Meanwhile, the kids' bodies are rotting at the crib. Now, I know that whole scenario is crazy. Yes. That is crazy. To kill those babies and just go on with your life. But I think that's functional crazy. Because I don't think any man could do that and just act like nothing's happening. Especially his own children. His own children. Just kill the kids and just walk on out. Go to the store. Hang out with people. Let the body just rot in the basement for days, months, weeks. And the crazy thing is, man, no one around these people notices anything. They don't notice that these babies are missing. They don't notice that she's outside without the babies. They don't notice that they don't hear the babies crying when they often do. Because one thing babies do is cry. No one noticed that these babies weren't crying anymore. No one noticed when she walked her ass down the hall of that goddamn NYC Housing Authority building that she didn't have those babies walking with her, carrying them in the stroller. You talking about New York City? It's Negroes all around, 24 hours a day. It never sleeps. While she was in there killing them, I guess she was in there killing them silently, right? She wasn't yelling out no crazy mess, talking about demons and nothing. She just killed them silently. I mean, you would think with all the options. See, this is what kills me, brothers. Fine. I'll give them the argument. They don't want the babies anymore. They can take those babies, leave them at the fire department, at the hospital. Shit, down here, shit. You can leave them at the YMCA. You can literally leave those babies on a stoop and just walk away, and not a fucking thing will happen to you. If you're a woman now, if a man take a baby and leave him on a fucking stoop, they're gonna go over that video footage and make sure they find him and fucking arrest him for endangering the welfare of a child, which makes no sense. But these women can literally take those babies. I think in the hospitals here now, because they just built a new one, there's actually a drawer that comes out, like, you know, when you go to the bank teller, that drawer come out, you know, the drive through, and you know, you put the cup in there, you know, with your check and your money and your deposits and shit like that. You put that shit in the drawer and the drawer closes. They have a drawer like that now for the babies, where she can literally take that drawer out, put that baby in it and close it and walk away. And not a fucking thing will happen to her. So if you're so fucking tired of these babies, if you don't want them anymore, why not just fucking do that? Why not? Why not just drop them off at the fire department? I mean, they've made it so you freaking hoes can do all of that. Leave them at the YMCA. Leave them in the fucking teller's drawer at the hospital. Nope. I'm tired of them, so let me stab them to death. Let me boil them to death. Let me put fucking kitchen cleaner in their bottle and have them drink it. This is what I'm talking about. And y'all wonder why I'm always talking about these old mamas. You wonder why. Forget neglecting the kids, mistreating the kids, beating the kids, allowing the kids to be molested. Now they've amped it up. Let's kill the kids. Now it's let's kill the kids. Still believe that these hoes like her are the most unprotected? Do y'all still believe that? Huh? Do y'all still believe hoes like these are still the most unprotected? Do y'all still believe that? Do y'all fucking believe that? You talking 13 children murdered between all of these people behind me. 13 children murdered of all ages. Infants, teenagers, toddlers. I mean, and what's really perplexing to me is, where are these children's fathers? I'm led to believe that they probably had these children by just some randoms, some random dude. Because I only know of two, well, actually three, because you're talking about Frances Newton here. Okay, she killed the kid's father, so we know where that kid's father was. Okay, right? Um, Fallon Harris behind me, we knew where her kid's father was, and also this chick all the way here on the end. You know, she was nuts. So the kid's father came back. She had killed him, and she tried to play freaking nuts and act like she didn't even know who the baby's fathers was. And she also said she didn't have any children, and you know, because you know, once they kill the kids, they come up with some crazy story and all that. But to Miss Kilpatrick's credit, she actually didn't try to lie her way out of it. Yeah, she's one of the few who didn't try to lie her way out of it. She said, hey, I killed him because I didn't want him no more. Yeah, that's what she said when the police got there. She told the police they wouldn't let her sleep. She didn't want him. She was tied up. And she also said she didn't know who their pappy was, too, which makes no sense, because what, you don't remember who you fucked? Or did you just fuck so many people that it could be any one of 10 Negroes? I don't know. But she did cop to it. She did say she did it. Police came there. She was home. She pointed to where the babies was. She pointed to the bassinet with the baby with the knife stuck in his throat. And then she pointed under the sink where she had the other baby wrapped up in a garbage bag underneath the sink, which, I mean, these stories are so gruesome. These stories are so horrid, man. They're like something out of a fucking horror flick. Because you can't imagine someone doing that to a child, especially not their own child. Their own child that they walked around with for 8 or 9 months. You see one of these hoes walking with a big old belly. And you're like, damn, I can't, you know, you could never imagine that this chick will eventually kill this child. It was crazy, man, because I was in the supermarket the other day, right? And I saw 2 or 3 chicks who were, you know, pretty pregnant. They looked like they were, you know, pretty far along. And I thought to myself, I was like, damn, like, all these children that come out of these freaking women, are they at risk of being killed? Will these babies survive? Will their mothers end up killing them? You know, but I'm crazy like that because, you know, I do these stories about these old mamas. So when I see a chick walking around with a big belly, it's like, will she kill this kid after it's born? Will this baby survive his first year, his first 5 years, his first 10 years? It's hard not to think that with the stories that I see. Will this chick have this baby, get frustrated with the Negro she had it by, and stab the kid to death, drown it, suffocate it, pour Pine Sol in their freaking bottle, shoot them? But think about it, man. The next time you see one of these chicks walking around with a big belly, think about what I talked about here tonight. Because I'm pretty sure everybody saw her walking around with her twins and her guts. Everybody else saw the Momnificent Seven walking around with those babies in their guts. And the last thing on their mind was, she's going to eventually kill those kids. But that's what ended up happening, didn't it? Yeah, that's what ended up happening, didn't it? All the people who saw those freaking hoes walking around, man, with those kids had no idea that they would eventually be murdered by these women. Because it's not like you can predict that, right? It's not some psychic shit. You can't look at nobody and say, oh, man, she's going to eventually kill those babies. No. But what I think can happen is once the kids are here, I'm pretty sure there's got to be some type of signs. There's got to be some type of something that gives you some indication that something's wrong here. Because you can't tell me that a woman will kill her kids in cold blood, man, that there were no red flags to this woman's mental state. If the kid's father isn't in their life to notice something, what about the chick she hangs around with? What about her family? What about anybody who's around these chicks? There's nothing noticeable. Nobody noticed that the children are missing. I mean, I was talking to my wife today, right? And I was telling her, you know, that I was going to talk about this a little bit tonight. And across the street from me, right? Across the street from me, there are, I think the brothers got like 5 kids over there. And, you know, you always see them, you know, because there's kids here too, right? So you always see, you know, you always see them like out there, you know, they're like in the front yard, you know, riding their bikes and doing all kinds of stuff. If I didn't see them when I'm, you know, going back and forth, if I didn't see them for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that would strike me as strange. Now, not like I'm in other people's business, but it would strike me as strange if I didn't see those little heads over there. And I'm pretty sure that it would strike people as strange if they didn't see the little heads over here at our crib, you know, because that's something I'm used to seeing, you know, especially on like a Saturday or Sunday. I can hear them. I can hear them all the way from the backyard. When I'm on my back deck, I can, you know, hear them in the front. It's just a sound that I've gotten used to hearing. So if I didn't hear that sound for, say, a couple weeks, that would strike me as odd. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me because I'm old Negro. But these women's kids, man, some of them, now I heard they say it was 4 or 5 days that the babies' bodies were inside the apartment. All right. But we talked about stories this week, man, where Those kids were in trunks of cars for months. One lady, bodies in the freezer for years. One lady, bodies in the basement for weeks. And nobody noticed. The fathers of the children didn't notice. Their grandparents didn't notice that they haven't heard anything about these children. Because I know me, I'm pretty in touch with my grandkids. All right. If I don't talk to them for like 2 weeks, I need to know what the hell's going on. So it just seems odd to me that these kids can be missing, dead for all this time. And this woman's walking around by herself when she normally wouldn't be, especially when the kids are small. Especially when the woman's not known for having a babysitter. And you go from seeing her with the children to not seeing her with the children. Children that you have knowledge of that you know are hers. You know those are her kids. But you don't see her with those kids for a whole year. And that doesn't raise any eyebrows. It doesn't raise any suspicion from child services. What's good, Brother Art? You can come through if you want to, brother. In fact, whoever wants to come through can. Y'all got something. Y'all know what to do. It's proper to thought at yahoo.com. It's proper to thought. One word, no caps, at yahoo.com. Yeah, man, and I'm going to stay on these stories, man. I'm going to stay on them, especially the recent ones. I'm going to be bringing you these stories, man, because we have to know who these people are. You run into somebody named DANEZJA Kilpatrick, head the other way. She's nuts. Because believe it or not, a lot of these chicks, believe it or not, even some of the Momnificent 7 behind me. Y'all know that some of these hoes is out, right? Y'all do realize that, right? Some of these hoes are out. Now, Frances Newton here, she's not out because she dead. She was executed. But I believe this chick here is out. This chick here is out. Yeah. She's out. She's out. This chick here, she's not, because her case is still fresh. Miss Fallon Harris behind me here, she's not out. Her case is still fresh, right? They let these women out, y'all. Yeah, they let them out. They let them out. I just talked to y'all this week about this chick here, right? Ebony Wilkerson. She's out. Now, she didn't kill her children. She just tried to. Yeah, she just tried to. You know, drove the car in the ocean. And guess what? Freaking walked away. While the lifeguards and all these other people are trying to save the kids, she just sashayed the hell away like nothing was happening. Yeah, just walked on away from there. Now, she didn't kill the kids. She wasn't successful. But guess what? She's not in jail, y'all. She back home right now. Even been interviewed talking about how she want to be back around the kids and how the kids still want to be back around her after she tried to murder them. Death by drowning in the ocean. So a lot of these chicks are still out there, brothers. They out there. And I think they probably got a little bit of skill in pretending to be normal and not fucking psychotic. Because it's not like they're going to walk up and tell you they killed the kids or tried to kill the kids. Can you imagine her doing that? Hey, what's good, man? My name is Ebony. Want to go out sometime? Oh, yeah, and by the way, I tried to murder my children. It's not like she's going to come up and say that. They're nuts. And I'm a true believer that you can't go from crazy to sane. You can go from sane to crazy, but I don't think you can go from crazy to sane. I think the only thing you can become is like a little less crazy. You know, if you're taking your medication, you can be a little less crazy. But I don't believe you can go from crazy to sane. I just don't believe that. I just don't. But like I said, some of the Momnificent Seven, as I have titled them, are walking the streets again, brothers. All right? You fuck around and stick your penis in one of these hoes raw and have a baby. That baby's in trouble right off the bat. If you ask me, these hoes that done kill their kids and they fuck around and get out of jail, fine. Let them out of jail. Sterilize them. Because they've already proven they don't have any business around children, especially their own. They have no business around children, especially their own. Especially their own. I wonder if my brother Art is still in here, because I want to ask him. Brother Art, you still in the chat, man? I wonder if Brother Art is still here. I'm going to send him the link anyway, just in case, because I like to ask Brother Art something. Oh, yeah. You know they do, Brother Shark Sims. They back on IG. They on IG and Facebook and Twitter. Probably got an OnlyFans. Man. You know they right back out there fucking. You know they are. They right back out there fucking. Make another damn baby to fucking neglect, beat, whoop, kill even. Of course, they're back on Facebook. Of course, they are back on Facebook. They're on everything else. Shit, you know they got an IG. Probably IG models. And you know, Negroes are unsuspecting. They don't know that these hoes done killed their babies. They have no idea. Unless they watch this fucking YouTube page, then they'll know. They have no idea that these women done killed these kids, man. Because it's not like they posting it. It's not like they're going to post, you know, them at court with the handcuffs on in the orange jumpsuit. No, absolutely not. Because, see, when they did it, they were crazy. They don't remember. They don't remember shooting a kid. They don't remember suffocating the kid, stabbing the kid, poisoning the kid. No, that's all a blur, Brother Shark Sims. That's all a blur. They don't remember any of this. They were nuts when they did it. Their mind was somewhere else. Postpartum depression and all this kind of foolishness that people have a label to give these freaking hoes an out. Do you think a man could get away with this shit? You think a man could kill his 2 kids and just get out in like 4 years and be right back on the street in the gruesome way that these women kill them? I mean, they've killed these babies in some of the most gruesome ways, man. Gruesome. Strangling. Drowning. Shooting. One chick just starved the kids to death for months. Just sat there and watched them kids just wither away to nothing until they died. Do you actually think one of us could get away with this? We'd be in jail for life. No getting out. No going to a mental institution. Absolutely not. No mental institution. Straight to the penitentiary. You could be crazy for real. You could have like been dropped on your head when you was a baby and be really fucked up with a broken brain. They put you in that motherfucking they put you in that motherfucking machine, they put you in that motherfucking CT scan and see that your brain is broken and still have your ass locked up for life. But these chicks, they get out. Yeah, they just say I'm crazy and they get on out. And if they have other children out there waiting for them, guess what? Eventually, they'll give the kids back to these crazy hoes. Yeah, they'll get them back. They have them go to some bullshit program, like anger management. Have them go see some bullshit psychologist. Next thing you know, the kid's right back living with them. Even though they done killed their brothers and sisters. Even though they done tried to kill them. Yeah, next thing you know, kids be living right back with them. Even though these freaking hoes have proven these kids should be nowhere near this woman, man. Nowhere near these women. Y'all heard me talk about the girl who let her baby walk like a block and a half, man, and I had to go get that baby out the middle of the highway in a city. Cars speeding, one-way traffic, baby walking in the middle of the fucking highway. That's one of these people. That's one of these people who will starve the kid, neglect the kid, beat the kid, burn the kid, stab the kid, shoot the kid, kill the kid. That's one of these people, y'all. You can't tell me that it's not. And the thing is, a chick like this will be walking around, right? And you'll see her. And dudes will holler at her and all that kind of shit. Get with her, of course, eventually fuck her. Right? And fuck around and get her pregnant. And she's walking around pregnant with these dudes' babies, and they may or may not know she's pregnant. All right. There's no telling what she's telling them or what she's told them, or like brother Shark Sim says, they might be some fling and the brother bounce and she never see him again. So now here come these babies born to somebody who obviously ain't prepared to keep them, obviously ain't prepared to take care of them, obviously ain't even prepared to allow these babies to live. She ain't even prepared to let these babies live, let alone do anything else. Because if she was pouring hot water on them and freaking pouring Pine Sol in their milk and stabbing them with a knife, ain't no telling what she was doing up to that point to them. There's no telling. She's probably beating them, choking them, body slamming them, kicking them, punching them. Who's to say? Who's to know? Right? If you're willing to pour freaking kitchen cleaner in their bottles, you're willing to pour scalding hot water on them, you're willing to stab them in the damn neck with a knife, what else are you capable of? What else are you capable of if you'll do all of that? And these babies that she killed, y'all, these babies were 46 days old, a month and a half old. All right? She's probably still aching from the fucking cesarean she had. All right? 46 days old. And I say again, with all the fucking, I mean, with all the outs that these women have, man, they can pretty much leave these babies anywhere and nothing will happen to them. They can leave them at a clinic. They can leave them at a hospital, police station, fire station, YMCA, Coast Guard station. And you're talking about New York City. There's always one of those in walking distance. One of those things is in walking distance. But no. And it don't just go for her. It go for all the other chicks that I brought to y'all who killed these babies. They could have literally gave these babies away. And not a fucking thing would have happened to them. They could have took these babies and put them right on the firehouse step. Not a fucking thing would have happened to them. Told you, put them in one of those drawers at the hospital. Not a fucking thing would have happened to them. They could have went on and lived their best life. You know, what they was doing while the babies' bodies were rotting in the basement. See, they could have did all that without the babies' bodies rotting in the basement. That's what I don't get. I mean, these chicks are not just fucking psycho, man. They're psycho selfish. They're psycho selfish. Who knows? We don't even know if these kids' father was around or aware of these kids' existence. She could have gave those babies to him. All of them hoes could have gave those babies to their father. But the bitches won't do that, right? No. Let me kill them instead. That's better. Yeah, that's a better idea. Let me just kill them instead. Let me shoot them. Let me drown them. Let me choke them. Let me stab them. Yeah, that's better than their father having them. I mean, I just don't know what to say about this shit, man. They could have did anything except kill those kids, man. Yep. Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is, brother 8-Win. That's what it is. Give them to the father. Yeah, they do that. They won't have that fucking apartment. They won't get that check. Won't get that money. Bitch, you have to work. You know, like we have to. Because a lot of that shit that they get, y'all, they wouldn't get it if they didn't have those kids, man. They wouldn't get those fucking apartments and shit. And that fucking welfare check and shit like that. Because I don't think they get at the single motherfuckers with no children. The babies is the reason why they get it. But it can't be that these motherfuckers actually believe that they just gonna kill these babies and go on with their life. They can't believe that, right? They kill these babies like they're killing a fucking fly in the house. Like a roach. Kind of, I guess that's how they look at them. You ain't gonna lose your fucking housing special housing apartment because you kill a roach in it, right? You're just gonna go on with your life. Like killing a mouse. You don't have to worry about losing your damn apartment because you killed a mouse in it, right? So I guess they look at it like that. Kill the kid, put the baby in the fucking closet, and then go on out. Bitch probably went out on a date right after she killed him. Killed the kid and go to a bar. Kill the kid, go to a party. Kill the kid and go to their friend's house. Like nothing happened. They done just closed that shit out of their mind, man. Which brings me back to the brothers. I wish y'all quit climbing on top of these hoes, man. I wish y'all would stop. I wish y'all would stop, man. I wish y'all would stop climbing on top of these hoes, man. I do. And like I said, man, the other night, y'all got a baby mama out there, man. Keep your eyes open, man. Keep your eyes open. Stay aware. Watch for the functionally crazy signs from one of these women. Watch your kids, man. Watch how your kids act, man. I mean, because all jokes aside, man, guess what? All of these children who were murdered by these women, man, they were fathered by somebody. And some of these fathers probably actually wanted these children, were in these children's lives. And now these children are dead. So it could easily be one of you brothers out there, man. It could easily be your daughter, your son. You got one of these crazy baby mamas. Especially if she fucks around and get frustrated with you. She'll kill the kids and then kill herself. just to get back at you. Just to get back at you. Just to make your life miserable. Because she know killing your kid is going to bother you. That's going to fuck with you. That's going to fuck with any man for his kid to be killed. And it's going to fuck with him even more to be killed by the fucking woman he squirted the kid into her damn gut. They know what they're doing, man. I'm not buying the totally crazy shit that they just needed to kill someone. I'm not buying it. I think it's more behind it than that. I'm not a fucking psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I just think it's more behind it than, oh, I just lost my mind, so I had to take a knife out and stab the kid. I lost my mind, so I just had to take a gun out and shoot the kid. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because there's too much passion behind these killings. These children are stabbed multiple times, strangled, boiled in water, shot multiple times. There's more to it than this I'm crazy nonsense. I'm going through an episode nonsense. Nah, I just don't believe it, man. Not in all cases, I don't. Not in all cases, I do not believe it. Some of the cases, maybe. But I believe it has to do with the man. Because as the stories always unfold, you find out she got to arguing with the husband, and her and the man fought, or the baby daddy fought, and even with that, you fought with the boyfriend, the baby daddy. You're in the car, you down the road. Obviously, you're away from him now, right? The babies are with you. So why go somewhere and stab them in a bathroom? Why drive off the fucking cliff into the Atlantic Ocean? You're away from the guy. He's not there. It's not like when they pull the car off the goddamn a lake. The baby daddy's nowhere around. So why not just go on about your business? You've obviously gotten away from the big scary man that you had to fight with, running from, beat you up, whatever. And you've gotten the kids away from him too. So why kill the babies now that you've escaped? You've gotten away. You're away from this big scary black man. I think it's for the same reason that they don't give the baby away. Give the baby up for adoption. Leave him at the fire department. It's all the same thing. It's psychotic selfishness. It's psychotic selfishness, man. That's what this is. They're psychotic as a motherfucker, but selfish as a motherfucker all at the same time. Too fucking crazy to give the baby away. I ain't giving this baby away. I'm going to kill it. I ain't giving this baby away. I'm going to burn it. I ain't giving this baby away. I'm going to drown it. I'm going to stab him. I'm going to shoot him. It's the most craziest fucking thing, man. And these black children are suffering for the simple fact that they done been born to this old crazy psycho bitch. That's why I say again, brothers, I wish y'all stop mounting these hoes. I wish y'all would stop, man. I wish. I wish y'all would stop climbing up on top of these fucking women. Because every time you climb on top of one of these crazy assholes, guess what has a good chance of happening? You've seen enough of these stories. Not just here, but other places. You've seen enough of them. And if you feel the need to mount one of these crazy women, man, you need to make sure you don't get her pregnant. Guard your fucking condoms. Make sure she don't poke a hole in those motherfuckers. And when you get done with that motherfucker, take that motherfucker with you. Don't leave nothing to chance. Take that motherfucker with you. Yeah, take it with you. Don't flush it down the toilet. Don't leave it in the garbage can. Take that motherfucker with you. If you feel the need to climb on the crazy holes like this, or crazy holes like this, if you feel the need, brothers, put on 2 rubbers for starters. Guard them with your life. Don't let her handle them motherfuckers. Definitely don't take a condom from her, because that motherfucker probably got multiple holes in it. Provide your own shit. Guard them with your life. And when you done with them, have you a little bag to put them motherfuckers in, and take them motherfuckers with you. Do not leave them there. Especially if you run into any of these hoes behind me. Definitely not. Because they will kill the children, brothers. If you get one of these women pregnant, they will kill the children. They've proven it. They will kill the children, brothers. It's what they will do. It's what they have done. Just to get back at you. Because they don't care. These fucking people are soulless, man. These are soulless fucking people. Soulless fucking people. They have no problem killing a kid. They will kill this motherfucking kid, man, and leave that kid down in the fucking cellar until somebody smells their fucking body decomposing. And they walking around in the house, they sleeping, they eating, they shitting, they showering like nothing's going on. Ain't no fucking way I could be inside this fucking house, man, and it's a dead body in here. Even if I didn't kill the motherfucker. I couldn't walk around in here knowing that it's a dead body underneath the fucking house. Or in the fucking attic. Or in the closet. I couldn't walk around this motherfucking house and it's a dead dog in the backyard. Let alone a dead body in the house. It's fucking unthinkable. It's unthinkable. This lets you know, man, what kind of people these freaking women are, man. This shit means nothing to them. These goddamn women, man, will kill their own babies. You think they will hesitate on killing you? They don't like something you did? These hoes will kill you in your sleep, man. Shoot you dead while you taking a nap. Poison your goddamn food. put a pillow over your fucking face. And we always got to listen to how they're the most unprotected. Seems like to me, they're pretty protected. They're protected from consequences because the bitches can do all this shit and get the fuck out of jail. Go spend some time in some residential treatment center and be right back home, right back out, having more kids if they want to. Ain't nobody gonna stop them. They got register. You have to be registered if you're a sex offender, right? You're a registered sex offender. You can't be X amount of yards within a school. You can't be within X amount of yards of this, that, and the other thing. You can't be around playgrounds. You can't be around all this shit, right? So how about we have a registered child killer program? You kill a kid. Well, me, I think if you kill your kids, your ass should be executed. All right? You should be executed. Just like Frances Newton was. But see, Frances Newton wasn't executed because she killed the kids. She was executed because she killed the kids and her husband. If she had just killed the children, I don't even think she would have gotten executed. She might have did life in prison, but she wouldn't have got executed. She wouldn't have got executed. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have. So why don't we have a child killer registry? Even if you don't kill the children, fine. If you tried to kill them, when your ass get out of jail, because we know they're going to let you out, especially if you didn't succeed with the task, they're going to let you out, just like they let some of the hoes out who killed them. You now go on a registry, and you must register wherever you live. Wherever you live, you must be a registered child killer. A registered child harm registry. Even if you didn't kill them, fuck it. You ain't allowed to be around schools. You ain't allowed to be around playgrounds. You ain't allowed to be nowhere where kids are at, playing in parks and shit. Nope. Because you registered. You are a registered harm to children offender. Especially if you killed kids. Hell no. And if your ass don't register in that jurisdiction where you fucking move to, you get locked up. Let you do 5 years and then come out and try it again. At least we know you won't be walking around killing kids, right? Because your ass be locked up. And guess what else you ain't allowed to do? You ain't allowed to be fucking no more. We find out you're fucking, you're going to jail. You do not get to be fucking anymore until after menopause. Yeah. Till you prove to the world that you done hit menopause, we don't want you fucking no more. Because we don't even want you having the slightest chance of having another kid to kill. Better yet, you kill the kids, we get to sterilize your ass. How about that? Yeah. You killed your babies, that's it. Sterilization. We give it an option. Either sterilization or fucking death. Those are your options. Fine, we'll let you live, but guess what? You get sterilized. Yeah. You don't want to be sterilized? You don't want to be sterilized? All right, that's it. We get to kill you. It's up to you. There's only two choices. There's nothing in between that. Because like I said earlier, a man would never get away with this shit. Think a man would get away with this shit? Killing these babies and come out in 5 years, 10 years, trying to drown all the babies out in 4 years. Yeah, right. Motherfucker never see the light of day again. He do this shit. I don't give a fuck how crazy he trying to play or how crazy he really is. Like I said, he could be really psychotic, really nuts. He'd be nuts doing life. He'd be doing life. Probably not even in an institution either, in a penitentiary. Because, you know, all they do is use the penitentiaries to warehouse a lot of crazy people anyway. Because in certain states that I'm crazy shit don't fly. If you can't pass the goddamn muster, if you can't pass the muster of their psychiatrist and their psychologist, they say this motherfucker ain't crazy, put him on trial. But somehow all of these women can walk in that motherfucker and play crazy, and people say, yep, she's crazy. Yep, she's bipolar. Yep, she's psychotic. Yep, she's this. Then you see the bitch when she get out 5 years later, she's doing interviews. Bitch got multiple wigs. Talking about doing all this other shit. Talking about being an advocate and also kind of nonsense. You're like, wait a minute. This fucking woman drove her kids into the ocean. How the fuck is she out getting interviewed by people? How is she out talking about, oh, I just want to be reunited with my kids? You mean the ones you tried to kill? You mean those? You mean those kids? And like I said, a lot of them get out of jail, man. Guess what? They're still young enough to have more children. You know they out there fucking. Out there fucking raw. And guess what? Those women will have those fucking babies. And not a fucking thing will happen. You think they'll go there and be like, look, you tried to kill your other kids or you killed your other kids. So guess what? You done went out there and fucked. Now you pregnant. When you go to have this baby, we taking it. Nope. She'll walk right out of that fucking hospital with that baby. There, she'll walk right out of there with it. And no one will give a shit. Knowing this bitch need to be sterilized. Fine. You want to let her be out there fucking? Sterilize her ass. Sterilize her. Making sure she can't have no more kids. Don't let this bitch adopt none. Don't let her be around any. Because guess what? If you a chick, you could be in my family. I don't give a shit. You think I'm going to let your ass be around my little nieces and nephews or my grandchildren? Get the fuck out of here. You ain't at my crib when they here. My nieces, nephew, my grandkids here. You're not here. You're the person that tried to kill your own children. You're the person who killed your babies. But you're at the fucking barbecue where my grandbabies are? I don't fucking think so. But see, society won't do that, will they? They will not penalize these fucking women, even for the shit that they've done. They won't penalize these motherfuckers for prior bad acts. Absolutely not. They will not do it. They'll let them skip on out of the fucking residential treatment center and go on about their lives. And they're going to continue to get away with this shit. I'll be bringing y'all more stories, I'm pretty sure. It won't be long before we'll be talking about somebody else that done killed the kids. It won't be long, folks. It won't be. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. You will see me up here again with another chick face up here on the mic, because I like putting them on the mic just in case they want to say something. You will see me up here again talking about this. There'll be someone else, a multiple someone else's, I'm sure. And that these OLE MaMas series will continue. I'm never going to run out of material. There's never going to be a time when I can't talk about this. And I talk about recent stuff. If I was to go back in some of the stories, you know, like the Francis Newton types, like I said, she killed her kids in 1987. If I was to look, say, from between 2000 and 1987, I probably still would have like 50, 60, 70 fucking stories. I'm pretty sure I would if I looked. Because I got about 50 stories from modern times, folk. You talking about from 2011 till now. Yeah, I got stories that run from 2011 all the way up till now. Just a 10-year stretch, the past 10 years. Like 50-something stories, man. I think like 56, 58 stories. Now, I brought quite a few to y'all. I brought y'all about 10 of them, but guess what? I got like 40-something more. I got enough of these stories where I can do YouTube fucking streams on them for the next couple of months if I wanted to. With this story here, like I said, someone sent it to me. And they was like, yo, X, man, you should talk about this. Because this is one I didn't even know about. I had no idea. And like I said, I was just in New York City like 3 weeks ago. Had no idea that this had happened out there. None whatsoever. And it's a fucking shame, man, how gruesome it was. It's a fucking shame, man, that these women have the wherewithal, man, to stick these babies' bodies in plastic bags and refrigerators and boxes and blankets and all this kind of shit. But because of their psychotic selfishness, they don't have the wherewithal to take this baby down to the YMCA and just walk out. Take this baby to the clinic and just walk out. Shit, leave the baby on somebody else's doorstep and just walk off. Psychotic selfishness, man. That's what this is. These are my babies. And I love them forever. Until I don't. So now I kill them. I say this, brothers, because guess what, man? These could have been your kids, man. They could be your kids. Especially you dudes who got baby mamas out there, man. I'll say again, man. Keep your eyes open. This bitch got this crazy far away look. Like the Momnificent Seven here. Look at their eyes. Look at their eyes. All of them have that same far away look in their eyes. Do your baby mama look like this? Do she got that far away look in her fucking eye? If she do, I got a word of advice for you. Get your damn kid away from this bitch. Get your kid away from her. If she got the look in her eye like these women. Because if you're just joining us, by the way, all of these women killed their children. By the way, every single one of them killed their children. Your baby mama got that look in their fucking eye. Like these hoes here. Get your fucking kid away from this fucking woman. Get your kid away from this woman. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Because guess what? Getting your kid away from these women could save their life. Because guess what? If the dudes who sired the babies with these chicks had gotten those kids away from these crazy hoes, those babies would still be alive today, man. But you know, I want to give the brothers the benefit of the doubt. They probably knew the chick was a little off. But they probably never thought that, you know, she would murder the kids. But see, now this is y'all heads up. You get a heads up from T.P.O.T. Look at these hoes. Look at the looks in their eye. Empty. Empty shells of women. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't care. Because, you know, she got that V between her legs. But you fuck around and shoot a baby up in there. I'm trying to tell you. And I say again, do your baby mama have this look in her fucking eye? Makes you wonder, don't it? Are you pulling her photo up right now? Let me see. Let me see if... Let me see. Does she look like this? Trying to tell y'all, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, Brother Cortez. That ass, though. Right? Who cares if she's nuts? She got that body. And you know, them crazy chicks, you know, their sex game is off the ship. Yep. You fuck around and squirt a baby up in her. You know what she'll be doing? Throwing your baby right off a ship, or setting it afire, or stabbing it, or poisoning it, or shooting them. Yeah. That ass, though. Yeah. It all makes fucking sense till these babies turn up dead. That ass don't mean shit now, right? I know we get up here, man. We try to have some fun. We talk some shit, but I mean, these fucking women, man, these old mamas here. You talking about these old mamas. These old mamas are murderers. They're killers. They killed their own children. Killed their own children. That means these chicks are capable of anything. They probably did some of anything and everything. I can't put anything past a woman who will kill her own children. If she'll do that, ain't no telling what she'll do or what she's done. There's no telling what she will do or what she's done. And of course, you know, she's a female. I mean, doesn't matter. She can still get somebody to fuck her. Especially if she looked like something. She looked like something. Shoot, Negroes can know she fucking killed the kid and still climb on top of her. Oh, fuck it, I don't care. Fuck her raw in the whole nine. Get her pregnant again. Knowing she done killed the babies. And they climb right on top of her. Bust one in her. Like nothing. This is what emboldens these women, man. This is what emboldens these women. They know that they can find some fucking body to climb on top of them no matter what they do. No matter how crazy they are. No matter how they act. Some Negro climb on top of them. Get her pregnant. And she stabs the kid to death. Throw the kid off a building. Lock the kid in the car on a 150-degree day. I mean, come on, man. Like I said, man, some of you got babies out there too. Some of you. Some of you got baby mamas out there. Some of you got kids out there that are little. Too little to fend for themselves. I ask you this question. Do you want me to have your baby mama's picture up here? Because guess what? That shit make it anywhere in the press. And I get my fucking hands on it. And she done killed the baby. I'm not trying to give a fuck that you donate to my channel. I'm not trying to give a fuck that you've been supporting me for a while. I'm not trying to give a fuck that, you know, you may be embarrassed or you may be hurt. These old mamas killing these kids. I get my hands on these stories, boy. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. That is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Don't fuck around and let this be your baby mama that I gotta pee on this fucking screen. That's what I'm talking about. The fucking baby mama's crazy. Get that kid from her. Get the kid from her. So she don't fucking end up here. Like this hoe. And the hoes I've been talking about all week. That's what I'm talking about. Vote. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead, man, and wrap this up. I'll beat this horse. It's dead. It's gone. It's glue. But I want y'all to be aware, man. Pay attention to your baby mama. Because just because you may be a thinking black man and you own YouTube and you watch T.P.O.T talk about these old mamas all the time, doesn't mean it can't happen to you. Doesn't mean it won't be your fucking baby mama up here next time. That's all. Because like I said, I wasn't even going to fucking stream tonight. But this fucking case, man, it fucked with me like many of them do. I only do the ones that really fuck with me, man. And this one fucked with me. Month and a half freaking kids, man, with kitchen cleaner being poured down their throats. Scalding them, man, with boiling hot water. And when that didn't kill one of the kids, went ahead and just ran a knife through his fucking neck. I mean, these women can come up with so many creative ways to kill these children. They get so creative when it comes to killing these kids. That's why I don't buy the whole crazy shit. This is psychotic selfishness is what the fuck this is. What's good with it, brother Royston? I see you up there. This is some old psychotic selfishness, man. That's what this is. They killed this kid they killed these kids for selfish reasons, man. There's some selfishness wrapped into it. There's some selfishness wrapped into to this. And of course, you know, some craziness, of course, because if you kill your kid, you're nuts. But I don't think it's just them being battywackles or bonkers or Looney Tunes. Nah, I think there's a little more to it. So I say, brothers, pay attention, man. Keep an eye on your babies, man. Keep an eye on your baby mama. She go to getting that soulless, faraway look in her eye. It's time to get the kid. It's time to get some help for her. And maybe some help for you too, for fucking her crazy ass in the first place. Because doing these things, man, might save your baby's life. You might be saving your baby's life, man, and not even know it. Because guess what? I'm a true believer that if some of these things were done, as far as these women are concerned, maybe these kids would be alive, man. Maybe a lot of these kids would still be alive. I know we often talk about how many kids have been murdered and killed by abortion, but these chicks are they're doing their own abortion. They're aborting these kids after they're born and alive and have them living in their house for a while. They doing post-birth freaking abortions. They're just murdering these children. Because like I said, these bitches are selfish and psychotic. Psychotic selfishness. They figure, fuck it, this is my baby. I'm going to kill it. We need to talk about this stuff more. We do. Because maybe, just maybe, man, if we talked about this more, man, maybe it would save some of these kids' lives, man. It's going to be hard to save some of these babies from abortion because there ain't a whole hell of a lot you can do about that. But I think it'll be a little easier to save some of these kids' lives, man, after they're born. If we just watch the signs, man. Especially the brothers who father these children. They definitely have to watch the signs. They definitely have to watch the signs. They have to watch this crazy old mammy. You got to pay attention. You don't want your baby to end up dead because this bitch is psychotically selfish. I think it would be easier to stop this. But first, we have to learn how to spot the signs. Because the news reports always say, right? Oh, they were acting crazy. Oh, they were talking to Jesus. They were doing this. They were doing that. So if people are saying that they're doing all of this, how come no one intervened? You know, they're sisters. They're old mammy. Like, how come no one intervened? They saw all this crazy stuff. Because I know me, right? I have offspring. And if I see them acting kind of crazy, I'm gonna be like, wait a fucking minute, man. Maybe you should leave the grandbabies here tonight and go on home. I got them. Hold up, girl. You acting a little crazy. Because I know if, like, my daughter comes to my house and she brings the grandkids, if she comes here and she drinks too much, guess what? She's not driving out of here with my grandbabies. Hell fucking no. I don't give a fuck what she say. I throw her ass up out of my fucking house is what I'll do. You want to drive this fucking car, you drunk ass? Hell fucking no. You ain't putting my grandbabies in that fucking car. Go ahead. Hopefully your ass survive. If you survive, you can come back and get them tomorrow when your ass sober. I know that's what I would do. I definitely, if they come here acting crazy and I see them doing crazy shit and talking to Jesus and all some kind of foolishness, I'd be like, well, maybe you should leave my grandbabies here. Yeah, maybe you should leave them here. So the people around them, you know, these grandparents and shit like that, you know, you see them doing crazy shit. You just say, oh, they're doing something crazy. Fuck it. Let the grandbabies leave with them. It would never happen here. Yeah, it would never happen here. You over here acting a fool. I don't think I'm going to let you leave with my grandchildren. I don't think I am. And likewise, if I'm at your house, you acting a goddamn fool. I think I'm going to take my grandbabies away from here. And I don't think there's a fucking thing you're going to do about it either. Yeah. But then again, men, we look at things different. You know, I'm the chief of my motherfucking tribe. So, you know, if I'm at their fucking house and I see them acting like they fucking Looney Tunes, I will be grabbing my grandbabies up, and they will be getting in my fucking truck, and I will be driving them to my house. All right? Your ass just be crazy. And the grandbabies is coming to my crib. Yeah. That's how I do it. That's why I find it so fucking strange that no one does anything when these hoes lose their mind. Uh-oh, MGTOW Flight is in the house with the $5 super chat. Been a while, my brother. What's good with it, man? What's good with it? MGTOW Flight. I believe he's a fellow North Carolinian, I believe. You drop coins on this platform, brother, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that, brother. MGTOW Flight, man. Appreciate that, brother. And I also see my Chi-Town brother in the house. Perfect Blackness, what's good with it, man? He says, what's up, bro? X, what's good with it, brother? Yeah, brother, Perfect Black, man. I wasn't even going to stream tonight, brother, but somebody sent me this story today. So I figured I'd go ahead. You know, my man James, he sent me this story, and he was like, oh, X, man, you should do this story, you know. So that's why I'm up here tonight doing it. You know, I wasn't going to do shit tonight. I was going to sit on my deck and drink as many beers as I could possibly get down my throat. But yeah, they sent me this. He sent me this story. He's like, oh, X-Man, you should do this story. Because I didn't know about this story. You know, I've been talking about these old mamas all week. This was new to me. I believe this story happened in April. And like I've been saying all night, I was just in New York City like 3 weeks ago, and I was totally unaware of this story, and I still wasn't going to do it until I start reading the details of it. I was like, damn, you know, this is just the craziest of shit, you know, and sometimes, man, these fucking, you know, these stories stick out, man, and I got to get up here and say something about it, man. I got to, you know, so that's kind of what the deal is with that. you know? 'Cause these hoes is crazy, man. These hoes are crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and Queens, I believe. Yeah, this was Queens, Woodside, Queens. In fact, hold up. Let me go ahead because I got one more article about it that I didn't show y'all. Let me see. Because, hold on. Let me do this. Yeah, well, I wasn't in Queens though, Brother Royston. I was in Brooklyn. Let me see something here. Make sure I don't show y'all the same shit I done showed y'all already. But this is where we left off here, right? So let's see. Let me see. Single mother charged with murders. Make sure I don't think this one I didn't. Yeah, I think this is a story I didn't show y'all. Right? Single mom admits to murdering her 6-week-old twins. Says they wouldn't let her sleep. Right? Thursday, April 22nd, the bodies of 6-week-old twins were found at their home in Queens, New York. Their mother, DANEZJA, which is like the stupidest name I think I've ever seen, Kilpatrick, 23, admitted to murdering them. Kilpatrick was a single mother to infant twins, a boy named Dallas and a girl named Dakota. Kilpatrick had recently moved from Yonkers to Queens. Her sister, Quantea Kilpatrick, who named these hoes, visited as often as she could to help, but never noticed that she was so crazy that she would kill them. But anyway, on the day of the murder, Quantea came over for a visit. When she arrived, she had a feeling something was wrong. The babies weren't there and neither were their things. Kilpatrick told her sister that the babies was with their father and rushed her out. Kilpatrick's cousin, Kiwona, man, I ain't even gonna do that. Kilpatrick's cousin, Kiwona, called 911 after having an unsettling conversation with her 4 days later. When the police arrived at the Woodside houses, the building the family lived in, Kilpatrick was sitting on the bed inside the home. All the young mother said was, I do not want them. Kilpatrick had been in the apartment for 4 days since she murdered her twins. Dakota was found in a garbage bag under the sink wrapped in her pink blanket, and Dallas was face down in his bassinet with a knife in his neck. The article continues, why would a mother kill her 6-week-old twins? After her arrest, Kilpatrick told the police, the babies would not let me sleep. Quantea told New York Daily News that her sister always struggled with mental illness but never saw signs of it when she was with her children. And there she is, and there are the little babies who were murdered. Right? 46 days old. As she says, I will love you forever. I guess forever was only 46 days long. They say on Monday, April 26th, outside of the Woodside houses, there was a candlelight vigil to honor their short lives. The story echoes of tragedies of other mothers suffering from mental illness who did not get enough support or did not know how to reach out for help. Yeah, poor them. Poor them, right? They're the fucking victims while the children get buried. Natalie, a fellow resident of Woodside Houses, believed Kilpatrick was suffering from postpartum depression. The good old postpartum depression, right? Postpartum depression really is real for us women. A lot of people don't understand that it is a big thing. My child is now 3 years old, and I went through it with my own situation. Yeah, but you didn't fucking kill the kid, lady. But I had help because I asked for help. Some people ask for help and some don't. But I'm sympathetic to whatever she was going through. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't kill your kid. She did. Kilpatrick was arraigned the following Saturday and will be charged with 2 counts of first and second degree murder, criminal possession of a weapon in the 4th degree, and 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. Yeah, you know, she's a victim of postpartum depression. Uh-oh. What the hell just happened? I don't know what happened, y'all. Can y'all still hear me? Oh, my fucking camera went out, y'all. Shit, this camera been acting crazy the last couple of weeks, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's been acting really Looney Tunes around here lately. Looney Tunes. Well, shout out to my man, Brother Leon, of the 411 Talk Zone radio show with the $10 super chat. He said, this is why it doesn't pay to go up in these females raw. I'm telling you, Brother Leon, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell the brothers. Trying to tell them, Brother Leon. I just hope they listen, man. But when you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that, Brother Leon, my brother. And also, Brother Royston, with the $7 super chat, he says, rest in peace to those twins. Yeah, man. She snuffed them out before they even began life, man. I mean, that's just crazy, brother. It's just nuts. But when you drop coins on this platform, you get this as well, my brother. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. It's just the craziest of things, man. It's just crazy. My damn camera's acting crazy too, and I don't even know why. Like for no reason. But yeah, man. Just at this story, man, you know, it kind of fucked with me, man. That's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to cover it. I've been covering these murdering mamas all week. So I figure I would finish the week out with a story. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though, unless you brothers want to come up for a few moments. I don't know. It's Saturday night. Y'all probably want to get into drinking your beers or chilling with your lady. I don't know if y'all wanna run it till like, I don't know, maybe 12:30. We could. If not, we'll just wrap it the fuck up. Let me know. Let me know. It's up to y'all. Leave it up to y'all. Y'all want to chop it up for a few moments? We can. If not, we can wrap this shit up and get on up out of here. I'll let y'all make the call. I will let y'all make the call. But I do got a couple good shows coming up, man. The first week of October. October 6th and October 7th. No. October 6th and October 8th. I haven't done the thumbnails yet. Don't be mad at me, goddammit. I haven't done the thumbnails yet, but October 6th, Brother Theo Wolf is going to be here, and we're going to be doing like a tech challenge because y'all know we do these challenges up here on T.P.O.T. We're going to be doing a tech challenge. And then October 8th, Baba Tundi Umana will be here. All right. And we will be talking some more about these old mamas. So make sure you hear, man, October 6th and October 8th. The thumbnails will be up. I think tomorrow I'll be finishing them up. So the first week of October, we got 2 good shows coming up. I don't know how we're gonna ride this month out. I don't know. I might do a show next week. It is a possibility. I'm kind of working on like a couple debates. I gotta see how it goes, man. I gotta see how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and send the link to my man Perfect Black. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, go ahead and I guess we can chop it up for another 30, 40 minutes or so, my brothers. I ain't got shit to do in the morning. Check your email. Y'all know what to do. If you wish to come through, y'all know what to do. It's Prophet of Thought at yahoo.com. That's Prophet of Thought, one word, no caps, at yahoo.com. Yeah, I want to hear what y'all got on this, man, and not just necessarily this. I mean, any of these damn stories where these women, man, murder these babies in cold freaking blood. All right? They murder these babies in cold freaking blood. Like, and they do it, man, and they, like I said, man, they'll walk right out of that house, man, and that baby will be in there rotting for days, weeks, months, years. And they just going on with their life, man, like nothing's ever happening. They're still going out on dates. They still going to the store. They're still entertaining niggas with the baby's bodies in the closet and in the freezer and in the bureau, in the trunk, in the basement. Baby bodies just rotten. And they just going on like nothing's ever happening. Still doing the shit they always do. Until somebody finally discovers it. Somebody finally discovers the bodies, or somebody finally smells the body decomposing. Brother Perfect Black, man, what's good with it, brother?
Hey, what's going on, brother X, man? How's it going?
Just a Saturday night talking about these old mamas.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got football games to coach tomorrow, but these topics here, man, they really get to me. They kind of get up under me because it's just reflective of how of the destructive and the dysfunctional light that society views mothers, right? Because now I don't know nothing about this woman, but we are so quick to chalk this type of stuff up to mental illness.
Yes.
You know? So quick to chop it up to mental illness. Or how about this is just an immature woman who never should have had children in the first place. Because it didn't sound like that the kids were doing anything abnormal. That's what newborns do. This is what newborns will keep you up at night.
Yeah.
That's part of the process.
Especially 2 of them.
Yes. They keep you up. That's what they do. You know?
Yep.
And if you can't be mature enough to weather that, then don't have no goddamn baby.
And see, that's the thing, Brother Perfect Blackness, because No one will ever say what you just said. No one will ever say, well, this girl was too immature. She should have never had these babies in the first place. No one will ever say that. You know why? Because even if you're straight, immature, batty wackles, insane, got a half a head, you still can have a kid. It's all right for you to have a kid. It's all right for you to have a kid at 12 years old. It's all right for you to have a kid at 13 years old, 14 years old. It's like they don't even let people drink until they're 21, but they'll let a 13-year-old have a baby though.
And you know what really bothers me about this, and whenever I hear these type of stories, the thing that goes, one of the first thing that comes to my mind is that this is the acceptable trade-off that society has has accepted.
Yep.
In order for women, in order for mothers to have the outsized power that they have, this right here is the acceptable trade-off.
Oh yeah.
They are willing to digest, they are willing to swallow these type of stories. 'Cause we, as you know, we just had one here in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
They're willing to accept that. Why? Because it's by and large, it's not happening. It's not happening to the larger society, to the dominant society that much. But they know, hell, this is a good trade-off to have for women to be able, in order for mothers to be able to exercise the child support and family court system as weapons, so we can keep this thing going, the child support thing going, and keep all of this mess going. Because we all know the answer to this. We know the answer to this. When people have children and women have children, and if there's no father, well, there's an answer for that.
Yep.
You shouldn't be having them.
Yep.
Where's the father? And I'm not asking that because I'm not asking to say that the father was at fault. I'm not saying, well, why don't we get the father involved? There are some single women that should never have children. There needs to be an assessment done for some of these mothers. Okay, you're gonna choose to have this baby without the benefit of a husband. Let's do an assessment. Can you really take care of these children? Do you have the mental capacity to take care of these children?
Well,
That's what I think. Is the father involved? Was there? Well, I know there was a father, but where is he? What is his financial lifestyle like? And if both of those two people are left wanting in terms of in the responsibility department, then I dare say they probably shouldn't have those children, and they should go to some responsible family member, regardless of where the hell that responsible family member lives.
yeah.
Because clearly, you're not going to tell me that this woman has demonstrated anywhere in her life that she would be anything close to a comparable parent, much less a patient one. I mean, this type of stuff really bothers me when I hear this, and when I hear stories like this, I look at the state and say, "This is what you have caused. This is what you want. This is the outcome of having it the way that you have fashioned it. You want it to where you want it to where women can just have, mothers can have just this unquestioned, you know, this support system, to where men have to take care of them, even though that she herself is not even wanting to take care of her children. This is what they have caused. This is the acceptable trade-off. Babies' lives. It's okay, just so long as mothers got this power. This is an acceptable price to pay. And this is what bothers me about this.
Well, this single motherhood shit, man, because it seems like these children always end up dead, when the father's not around. This single motherhood shit is a problem, man. And it begs the question, and I'll leave it up to the minister to ask it. No, sell it to the people.
Sell it to the people and sell it to the world. You tell us single motherhood is good. How have we benefited from single motherhood? Some of you niggas just survived it. You just survived it.
Yeah, I agree. What's good, brother Leon from the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show is in the house. What's good, brother Leon?
Hey, what's good, brother X? Second time today.
Yeah, man.
Good topic. I had to come up here and support your channel. And you know what, brother X? You know, you and I being Gen Xers, we've been around since the decline of the black community. And now the chickens have come home to roost. Everybody has allowed these women to have the children, and the pure selfishness of a number of these women hasn't worked. Children have grown up in poverty, and now the children are digging daisies at an early age. And shout out to Chicago, brother. I'm stayed over here in Indiana. And a lot goes on with the children getting shot up in Chicago as well, because I get the news from Chicago as well. But you know, brother X, I'm glad you're putting this information out, because men, we have always been accused of being deadbeats, especially black men. But if you think about it right now, deadbeat is not because a man can't pay his child support or doesn't pay child support. A deadbeat is basically neglecting your child. And a number of these women, if it weren't for some of these grandmothers out here or their mothers, there would be a lot more children dead. Now, we talk about the abortion issue, but when the children are here, they're going by the wayside. Let me share something with you. In Baltimore, there was a woman, and this happened about 3 or 4 years ago. She had a boyfriend who didn't want children. So do you know what this black woman did? She threw all 3 of her children off of a roof and killed all of them. And nothing really happened to this woman except she claimed post-traumatic stress disorder, which I'm going to do a video on that on my channel. It's too many women like Andrea Yates that are allowed to use the insane label to get away with something that we can't get away with. And for a number of women out there, I don't want to hear any more about equality, because you're still benefiting off of what we men would be sitting up in jail for 20, 30, 40 years for. Because at the end of the day, a number of you women out there shouldn't be having kids. Now, a number of you guys, just like I said, do not go up in a number of these women raw. Because at the end of the day, your life is going to go down a drain, and you don't know if this woman is crazy, because a number of these women are crazy. And you want to know where you find these crazy women? Check your own family out. How many of us have females in the family? Once you start from the family, it'll be a lot easier for you to detect females outside your family, because for the most part, a number of these women all carry the same types of behavior: the narcissism, the egotism, the want to be independent, not need a man. They want to compete with the man. I can do it all by myself. I can raise a son all by myself to be a man. Where's that gotten? Where's that gotten a number of them? Hasn't gotten them anywhere.
You know,
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, you know, when you speak about this, you know, strong and independent, you know, the quality of marriages, the quality of relationships, the quality of families have progressively gotten worse ever since black women have swallowed that rhetoric. You know, ever since they swallowed that rhetoric, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere. Ever since we swallowed that rhetoric and swallowed this idea that single motherhood is a good thing, It's something to be celebrated and all of that. That the quality of the family has progressively gotten worse, and it actually shows. I mean, they're actually demonstrating that. If, allow me, brothers, to put on my sexist hat, but they are really demonstrating that women should be nowhere near the reins of power when it comes to family, because they don't know how to operate it when they have it. They just don't. They don't do a good job of it. There's 70 to 80% of men in prison who have been that are single, that are raised in single mother homes. That's a testament of that.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. Single motherism has not gotten our community, nowhere. I'm gonna tell you something else. Men of any type, black men of any type of means, right? If you are in the top, between the top 8 and 15 percentile in terms of earning, you need to protect your seed. You have a responsibility to protect your seed.
Absolutely.
You have no business, or going in raw with any of these type of women. I'm sorry, you don't.
Yeah.
And again, I hate the stereotype, but these women, they come very easy to. Well, some come. Well, a lot of them come very easy to avoid before they even say a word. You got the Wookiee weave going. You got the fake nails going. They can't enunciate a real coach's sentence together at all. And all the men in their circles are all sag their pants.
Yeah.
I think though, when we start really as men, when we start bleaching and disinfecting our personal circles,
Yeah.
and getting away from these type of people, and I'm only speaking of black folks, getting away from these types, we start instituting standards. There was a guy on the football team, one of my players, right? And he looks up to us. He looks up to some of the his coaches and stuff. He looks up to us, and he wanted to come and hang out with us. It's like, yeah, what do y'all do? Do y'all drink beer? Do y'all hang out and everything? Yeah, we do. And for a while, I was kind of rebuffing him, giving him excuses. Until it was a few days, I had to really sit down. I had to really give him a real heart to heart. I said, man, dude, you're 36 years old. You sagging your pants. You can't be seen with us. No. At some point, we as men, we're going to have some different standards. We have to stay away from women like this. Point them out in our circle. That right there, you cannot bring that type of woman around in our atmosphere. You want to be with that type of woman, go be with her over there. We can't allow this. We can't wait on the rest of, on society to give us permission to take full control of our communities now. And it's going to start at home. Get away from this 50-50 bullshit. Get away from that stuff. It hasn't helped us.
We got to be careful for the simp guys too, because they're also going after some of these women as well. And the problem with that is these simp guys came from the same type of environment. And if you look at a lot of these simp guys or some of the B1s, well, in my humble opinion, they really lack confidence in themselves. So they will go and sleep with one of these women just to say they have a women. And you know what? I hate to say this as black men, but a number of us do nothing but tricking. That's how we get women. You don't have to do any tricking. These women are easy, but they're toxic. And just like you said, brother Blackness, when you're making some money, you got to protect your seed. We can't be running reckless with our seed. And too many of us are doing it. And even some educated men are doing that as well.
Exactly.
And when you put your seed into the wrong woman, I'm going to tell you something. You're stuck with that woman. And even if she doesn't kill her kid, she's going to use that kid against you for the rest of your life until that kid is grown. And she's going to coach that kid to hate you. And when you have to talk to that kid is going to have all types of attitudes towards you. That kid may even get physical with you because the mom has coached that kid to hate the dad. Dads are very important. And at the end of the day, if the kid's rambunctious and that kid is around you, you're going to have to put that kid out as well. And I hate to say that because at the end of the day, everything starts with the family. But these women out here, they don't believe in family.
No, they don't.
They don't. They don't
They
care.
don't.
They don't care about family, man. I mean, I did a story this week. Let me show you this. Let me show y'all this. Right. This is a story of Ebony Wilkerson. Right. A woman who drove her 3 children into the goddamn ocean down there in Daytona Beach. My man, Brother Taylor, shout out to Brother Nick Taylor for sending me this story. I did this story a couple of nights ago, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you see how carefree and careless and nonchalant this freaking woman is. So let me show you.
That's terrible.
Right? She drives her car into the ocean, right? You see that?
You see that?
Look to the right. Look to the right of the screen.
Yeah, she's just walking away.
She's walking away from the fucking minivan while others are trying to save her babies. She's literally walking onto the shore and she's not even looking back. She walks right on out of the frame. And guess what? See? White guys are saving the babies. She's not even in the frame. Nowhere. She's not like, oh my God, oh, what's going on? Nope. She just walks on out of the frame and the babies are still in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, here's something else to pass to you, Brother X and Brother Blackness. Down in, I believe it was in Florida as well, there were teenage children and they were killed in a hotel because they wanted to go back with their father. I believe that was the story. Well, the mom got in the car after she killed the children, tried to drive away, and she got in an accident. And she lived. And I don't know what happened to her after that. Somebody else presented this story a while back. But again, you got the Andrea Yateses, you got the Susan Smiths. These are women who shouldn't have had children. What is the other woman's name? The one that had a child from a 13-year-old, and she was already married with 4 children. She was a school teacher, Mary something.
Oh, yeah.
you call Mary Taylor Turner.
Mary Taylor Turner, yeah.
Right. Well, she basically got a slap on her wrist.
Well, she's white. She can do that. She's
Yeah.
white and she say so.
Well, Susan Smith didn't get a slap on her wrist. She tried to blame it on a black man. But
of course.
Andrea Yates got a big slap on her wrist and claimed post-traumatic stress disorder. First of all, she shouldn't have had all those children. And that's the problem. If you have one and you can't take care of one, why are you bringing more into the world? Because all you're going to do is shift that poverty onto us. And then behind that poverty, when the children get a certain age, there's going to be a criminal element behind that. And then one of us may have to take up for our own family if one of these kids try to come in our house and rob us and kill this woman's kids. So we can defend our own property.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just tired of this whole, I'm crazy shit. Because, see, they always say they're crazy, but somehow they can manage to wrap the kid up in plastic and put him in the deep freezer. They always say I'm crazy, but they can manage to put the kid in some fucking suitcase and bury him down in the basement. They always can say, oh, I'm crazy, but they managed to take the kid and bury him some fucking way. Like, I mean, I'm just tired of hearing that shit. You know why? Because I know they're nuts. Yeah, they're nuts. But like I said, I've been saying all night, this is some psychotic selfishness. These women are thinking about their fucking selves when they do this shit to these children. They're thinking about their fucking selves. Even if you go to the white holes like Susan Smith, she drove those kids in the water. Why? Because she wanted to be with a man that didn't want a woman with kids. So, of course, when they do this shit, once the bodies are found, the first fucking thing they do is lie, try to save their own ass. Oh, the black man took the car, drove it into the lake. That's the first thing they do. To Mrs. Kilpatrick's credit, when the police showed up, she actually admitted that she killed the kids. She actually admitted. That's like a first, because out of all these stories, especially the Momnificent 7 behind us here, all right, every single one of these hoes came up with some fucking story once they were caught. Oh, those not my kids. Oh, I thought they were still alive. Oh, they're with their father. Oh, I didn't know he was dead. Oh, every fucking single one of them. Every single one of them came up with a fucking story when their black asses got caught. So there is that. But she's still not off the hook, because she killed those fucking twins. And like I said earlier, there are so many outs for these women. They can leave these babies at a fucking fire department. Yeah. They can leave these babies at the hospital. They can leave them, like down here, they can literally leave them at the YMCA. They can leave that baby on the step and walk away, and not a fucking thing will happen to them. So I'm not hearing that. Oh, I was just so crazy. All I could do was stab them, shoot them, suffocate them, throw them off the bridge, drown them. I mean, it never crossed your mind. Oh my God, I'm going crazy. Let me leave these babies at the fire department. Let me leave these babies at the YMCA. Let me leave these babies at the clinic. Let me leave these. I mean, I was just talking about it earlier. Down here at the hospital, they actually have like these drawers on the side of the hospital just for hoes to abandon their babies.
See, and when I see situations like this, I think number one, it is also these women are having a problem, or have had a problem with resolving the lies that society has told to them. They're having a problem negotiating and resolving these lies. And when they actually get into reality, they find that this shit don't work that way. This single mama isn't, it really doesn't work that way. It's not all that fun. You're really going to need a man. You're going to need someone there to take that pressure off you. You're going to need a man there to help make sense of the world for you, because you are mentally not equipped to do so on your own. They're just not.
Well, the problem with a number of these women out here, brothers, is even with a man there, they're not loyal to the man. They still want to go to the club. Their whole purpose of having kids is to get money.
That's true. And these type of things also happen because this is a result of decades of decades of not holding women to account for anything. And we wouldn't want, society doesn't want, especially when it comes to black women, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them about themselves. Nobody wants to hold them accountable. Hell, they can assault, they can literally assault men and nothing will happen to them. So with this, they are doing these type of things with that type of reality right there. So they're not accustomed to having to control their emotions. They don't have to. Society has told them they don't have to. I would like to learn the sex of those babies, because I bet you the money they were boys. That further goes into the low regard for society's how society regard black boys. So on the one hand, you got these women who are accustomed to not being held to account for anything at all, and on the other hand, you have the low regard for the life of black males, and you put that into the same room, you're gonna have problems. especially when you talk about a woman who's already irresponsible and should never have children in the first place, who probably should be medically barren. I'm looking at all of these women up there.
Yeah, they look ferocious, don't they?
They would rather be part. If you're a woman, this probably should be a criteria. If you're a woman who clubs more than twice a week, you should not have children because you probably don't want them anyway.
Yeah, that's correct because again, just like Brother X said, they are definitely selfish, psychologically selfish, big egos. They really, in my humble opinion, they don't even care about themselves. It's all about getting the bag for them.
No, they care about themselves, but that's about all they care about. They care
Right.
about having their lives and having fun.
But
That's what they think life is all about, is having fun.
right, and you have to ask, where did this behavior come from? And guess what my answer is? Came from that ain't shit mama. Because one thing that I can tell you is, and sons especially, now some of them might be doing it, but individuals, look at Tupac. Although her mom was a crack fiend, she was still a queen. Okay, or a dope fiend, or she was still a queen. Black men, we love our mamas way too much, but the mama has also caused that black man to suffer as well. And at the end of the day, you look at a number of black men today, they're non-productive. In fact, they're homosexuals. They're living at home with women, but some of these women don't mind that kind of black man. Why? Because with the ABW here, the American Black Woman, not all of them, but a number of them, they really want to control the relationship, and that's why you can't tell them anything.
Right. They want those type of men who are socially compromised, with felonies and that type of stuff, to where it's hard for them to get any type of job, to where, anything that's going to be any type of job to where they can take care of a woman. They want those type of men because those type of men can be controlled. That's why you see a lot of times these high earning women are with these lower status men because they can control them. And these type of women, they don't mind that. They'll have a so long, they're good. Let him come on up in here. He really don't even have to work. She can go complain to her girlfriends how bad of a man she is, how bad of a man he is. But that's all that she really qualified for. Because any type of man that's worth anything ain't gonna tolerate her ass.
And besides these women killing their kids, something else has happened. I'm sure Brother X knows too. What about the revolving door of men that are coming in these single mothers' houses? And some of these men are not only molesting the children, but they're also killing the children as well. Because I've heard a couple of stories too where a boyfriend has killed a child after the mom left and allowed him to babysit. Now that's a big problem as well.
Yeah. Because these women aren't good at assessing, anything. They kind of lead with their cooch, and they don't really care who's coming in and out of the house. And they get these dudes in there, and every now and then one of these dudes will knock them up, and then once he knock them up, he bounces. So now he bounces, and they got an off and on relationship. He's coming there when he needs a place to stay and all that kind of shit. And it's driving this woman crazy, because he's in and he's out. She's seeing him with other hoes and all that kind of stuff. And like I said earlier, I believe because of this psychological selfishness of these fucking women, they're not going to give the child to the father. And they do this shit it usually has something to do with the father of the kids, with some man. It usually happens after some argument, some domestic dispute. He got another chick. She know he cheating. She's been through his phone. She jumps in the car, load all the babies up and drive the goddamn car into the fucking ocean. It's like, fine, because me personally, I don't care if these women drive their asses off the cliff. I don't care if you want to kill yourself, shoot yourself, jump off the bridge. Be my guest. Why do the children have to die?
Yeah.
Why do you have to bring those children with you? That is what I talk about when I talk about the psychological selfishness of these women. Because guess what? You can jump in your car by yourself and drive that motherfucker into the ocean. You can drive on up to the bridge and jump on off of it. You can shoot yourself, drink poison, whatever you want to do. Why do the kids have to die too? That's where the fucking real selfishness comes in. Because if you want to kill yourself, hey, there's a million ways to do it. But why bring the babies along? Because, see, you want to know that you killed them too. You want to know that you killed those babies because you know if that father's in those children's life, it's going to hurt the shit out of him. It's going to hurt his parents. It's going to hurt your parents. It's going to hurt your siblings. It's going to hurt all these people who may have been attached to these children. It's going to hurt all these people. And you want to go to your fucking grave knowing that you killed your babies and left a bunch of hurt behind. I mean, it's like the most selfish thing you can imagine. And that is why they do it. And I think it's the same reason why they kill the fucking kids. See, they'll kill the kids and survive, but there's still the same effect because you have taken those kids away from their father. You have taken away from both sets of grandparents if they're in their life and anybody else who's attached to those kids. All right. Anybody else that's attached to those children in their lives, you have taken those children away from all of those people.
So you hurt a lot of people.
Yes. That's what it's about, man. It's about hurting a lot of people. Man, it ain't this whole, I'm crazy. Man, get the fuck out of it. Because if you were so crazy, why you ain't out there killing strangers? Why you ain't out there trying to kill a father? You so crazy, why you ain't just jumping off of a bridge somewhere? Or better yet, instead of stabbing and shooting the kids and shit, why you ain't just out in the middle of the street stabbing and shooting haphazardly anybody that come within your reach? No. You kill the people who you know is going to have a major effect. You know that effect. You know the effect of it. So that's why you kill those kids. I don't care.
It's funny. I don't hear too many female content, which I don't listen to too many of them anyway, because I don't take them seriously. But they should be talking about this. Now you have Crimson Cure and maybe Pink Pill Lessons. They'll talk an antisocial socialite because there was one the other day that I saw on her channel, and the father was there, and this woman was wielding the gun, and if that gun had gone off, it would have killed somebody, and she was definitely distraught. And like I do on my channel, psychological disorders. A number of these women, also, I call it selfish. The hypocrisy is very selfish as well, because when a man and a child, when a man makes a child, the woman says, well, it's our children or our child if he's not paying. But if he wants to do the right thing, then she says, these are my children.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the problem. That's that hypocrisy right there. And not a lot of people see that because, again, when it comes to the woman, the problem is here in the United States, the laws have given women too many rights, and they don't know how to deal with freedom because they're not responsible people. They're like petulant children. And when a mother, if you look at a number of these mothers today, too many of these mothers are friends with their children. They're hanging out with their children, trying to get the same type of guys. In fact, I had done a video with this mother and daughter. I call it codependency, called Smothered. And the funny thing about it is the mother was also trying to mother the granddaughter, just like the child was trying to mother the granddaughter, her child as well. And at the end of the day, that does not work, because that type of relationship wrecked the marriage of the mother and daughter as well. So, like I said, as guys, when it comes to dating, you got to be a little leery of what's going on today with the mindset of some of these women. We got to stop looking at that big ass and big titties because, yeah, that's intoxicating. It's seductive. But
He
what's
said
up in that?
intoxicating.
Oh, it's intoxicating. You get drunk off of that. But at the end of the day, what about that mindset?
Yeah.
And that's what we're not getting. And too many black men don't have standards. And we got to
That's
get
right.
black men to have some standards.
That's right. See, if we as men uh, wouldn't put our seed in those type of women, they would up their standards. But the thing is, today's modern women are occupying a position that society that biology and nature never intended for them to occupy. They're not equipped for it, physically or mentally, to occupy these positions that society continues to give to them. They're just not. And you can call me sexist. I don't give a damn. I'm more of a traditionalist. Women are not designed to be in these positions that they are in terms of leading homes and stuff like that. They're not designed for it. They're not equipped to handle the stress of it. They're not. And we're seeing we have decades of proof of evidence to show that.
Yeah.
We just don't want to
Agree.
say it. We don't want to say it in blunt terms like that, but that's what it is. They have at least 60 to 70 years of evidence of showing that they are not equipped to lead families, to be in leadership. They're just not, because they are too prone to their goddamn emotions.
Yeah.
Every damn thing in life gets filtered through their emotions, and they don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, and that's correct, Brother Black, and this because it goes through the policies that they make when they're put in positions of political power. Because look, who's writing a number of these laws? I mean, they've already had something that has already passed the House of Representatives on the abortion law, like they're going to overturn Roe versus Wade. Because Nancy Pelosi wants to federalize it where the states don't have any control.
I don't
That's
see
not going to
anybody
happen.
do that. That ain't gonna happen.
No, but that's, she's putting policies in place, and she's an 80-year-old woman along with Maxine Waters. And
Kerosene.
with that experience and that age they still don't have a clue of what's going on. Because see, when it comes to feminism, they want all the power of men, but they don't want the responsibility.
They don't want the responsibility of men. And see, they don't understand. See, this is why I guess I always go back to how men and women are built. See, society in terms of progress, society progresses far faster than human physiology. Biology. It just don't. Our biology doesn't allow for, doesn't set for women running the show. They are not equipped to take that goddamn. They're just not.
Yeah.
They're not built that way. I don't care how many laws that they pass. I don't care how many Roe versus Ways and all of that. It's not going to mean a hill of beans to their natural abilities to actually fulfill that. They're just not. They weren't equipped to run a home by themselves. They weren't equipped to raise boys. They weren't equipped to do all of that on their own. They weren't equipped for strong and independent. Bali does not allow that for them. And they're running into these problems because society has lied to them and said that they were, and they are not able to negotiate the truth and reality when it hits them square in the face. Go see my ex-wife.
I agree. I would implore you good folks to check out T.P.O.T's The OLE MaMas Series, because yeah, this is a series, obviously. Quite a few videos in there. You're gonna find something in there that your black ass like. I got interviews with people. This is a good one here. Dark XoDus live, Mea Culpa with Perfectabilis. Brother Perfectabilis came through one night and he talked about the treatment that he had from his mom's when he was a kid. So it's good to hear from a brother's point of view. As a matter of fact, Perfectabilis was back another night, him and Babatunde Umana, and they were telling personal stories about the treatment from their mother when they were younger. Then, of course, I have stories with women as well. Just Jazz was here. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her, but she does come around this channel quite a lot. Mama's Daughter with Just Jazz. She talks about her experience with abuse as a child, and you definitely want to check out this one here, Dark XoDus, the Oedipus Complexus. That is a very good one, if I do say so myself.
I actually did a video on the Oedipus complex as well.
Yeah.
And in fact, you commented on my video too.
Oh, absolutely. So you might want to get over there, man, and check
it out, Brother X.
Check out the OLE MaMas Series. There's some pretty good shit up in there, y'all. You need to go check it out. Also, another series you might want to check out is The Most Unprotected. I have a couple interviews in there as well. Actually, my man Big Nate was on a couple of those, and he spoke about his childhood, a very compelling tale he talked about with his parents when he was a young guy. I think that was The Most Unprotected. Yeah, that was the first one. So you can check out Big Nate telling his story when he was a young child. Also, The Most Unprotected, Giving Innocence Away. And then my most recent Most Unprotected, I actually had Lady Nisha Tats was on, and she talked about her abuse as a child and her sexual molestation that was allowed and enabled by her mother. So you want to check out some of this stuff, y'all, because we do good shit down here. Yeah, we do good shit. We have good interviews, and I've interviewed quite a few people who have recounted the tale of some of the hardships, man, and the abuses and things of that nature, man, where their mother is concerned, man, and how she treated them and how she allowed them to be mistreated by others. So you might want to get down there and check it out. And I do believe that one with Perfectabilis, it wasn't just Perfectabilis. I think it was Perfectabilis, Nisha Tats, and my girl Nora P was there as well. She tells a really compelling tale. I mean, she was served up and delivered to men by her parents. So yeah, you want to check some of this stuff out, man, because X talks about this shit, y'all. I do. And you said something very compelling earlier, because I'm about to wrap this up in about 5 minutes. But Brother Leon, you said something very compelling. You said you never hear women talking about this. And it's crazy, because you are exactly right. You never hear women talking about these children. You never hear women talking about their children. You never hear these women talking about the abuse of these fucking children. You never hear it. Whenever you hear somebody talking about this shit, it's usually a man. The only time women talk about children is when they want to accuse men of fucking abusing them. Any other time, you never hear them talk about children, and you would think you would. You would think you would hear these women talking about their children, their grandchildren, their nieces, their nephews. You never hear it. A lot of times you don't even hear these women talk about what happened when they were children. They don't even talk about their child life. They don't talk about children at all, most of them. I know some of them do, but most of these women up here, if you were to pull their fucking channel up, you would find very little shit concerning children. The only people who actually talk about children is those women, they got these YouTube channels where they got 9 kids and 20 kids and all this kind of shit. So of course they talk about children because it's hard to do YouTube and have 12 children and not have some of them around, right? Those are those are the only women I ever see talking about children like this. Because you know why, man? I don't believe a lot of these women, they don't care about these children, man. And I'm going to say this until I see different. They don't care about these babies. And guess what? These goddamn hoes who I have tagged as the Momnificent 7 are proof of it. They are proof of it. The Momnificent 7. That's what I call them. But we're gonna wrap this up, man. So any parting shots, man, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, bro. Look, man. Like I said, situations like this have really get up under me, man, because because of the low regard that this society has for black male life, black boy life, period. And it really bothers me because and when to hear about these stories, these are just the stories that are being told.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing being told about the ones that are not. Because I got a couple horror stories myself, just the ones that I've been personally that I'm personally aware of that don't ever make the news. Society has a low regard for black male life, and our women really, really, our mothers, reflect that.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing, man. That's the sad thing. So,
Yeah.
so thanks for having me up, bro.
Oh, you already know, man. You always welcome up here, my brother. Perfect Blackness, man. I appreciate you, brother. Peace.
And
Brother
X,
Leon.
Brother X, thank you for having me on your panel. Had to come through tonight.
I appreciate it, man.
You had some good stuff going on as well. But I just want to say this to piggyback off of what Brother Black says. If you look at what's going on with black men, I'm just going to put it out. You already know it as a fellow Gen Xer. There's no regard for the black man, no matter how successful we are. In fact, black men, according to the statistics, make the best fathers. But we're told we're deadbeats because of the media. And the reason why you're not hearing anything about women is because the media doesn't want to talk about it. I'm talking about the mainstream media because, for the most part, it's not part of the narrative. And it's up to us to continue to put content out there so we can tip the scales. Now, it might not work right off the bat, but we get enough people doing media like you're doing, Brother X, and like me, it's going to change the narrative. Now, I know us as Gen Xers can't blame everything on us because there are some good Gen Xers, but really, we were the latchkey kids. We were the ones where we saw the most divorce, and then it carried down to the millennials. But now the millennial generation has really been the one that's been indoctrinated and destructive. And the women in the millennial generation really believe that they don't need men for their children. And you look at their children now, they're running amok. The men today think that they're women. The women think that they're men. And what we have right now is reversal of roles. And when you have role reversal, you really have the fall of society because it is men's job to lead, to build. We're the protectors, we're the logical ones. Well, a number of men today aren't logical, they're emotional, just like women, because you can hear a lot of their talking points, especially if people like us challenge them. But at the end of the day, it's up to the men to look at themselves, value your seed. If you go into one of these Momnificent Sevens, and you had a kid with them, or a woman like the Momnificent Seven, and you have a kid, you might not be able to see that kid because she's going to kill that kid because she believes that it's her child. She also believes that it's her right, it's her body. And at the end of the day, Brother X, she knows she's going to get away with the law, where if you and I did something, we would be under the jail for life. And that's all I have to say. And again, thank you for coming through. You came through on Nate's show just like I did, and be looking for you over there tomorrow. And I'll come through more often, brother.
Oh, absolutely.
The last thing I want to say is check out my channel, the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show channel.
Yeah.
A lot of psychological counseling on that.
Y'all get on down there and check out Brother Leon. He does good shit down there on the old 411 Talk Radio Show. Get your asses down there and check out my man Leon. Because if you don't, I will haunt your old black ass mama in her dreams. Don't make me do it, Negroes.
But like I said, Brother X, is well worth it. It's 12:41 here. It's 12:41 where you are. But again, thank you for having me on that panel. And if I see any stories,
shoot them to me.
I'll
do them. All right. I got your email now, so just shoot them to me, man. All right, my
brother.
Peace, Brother Leon.
Peace.
Yeah, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get the hell on up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody coming through, man, tonight, man. I don't know what the fuck happened to my camera, y'all. Look at that. This is what it's doing right now. Just a big-ass black screen. I think I'm going to have to put another one because I actually have a few cameras. They're all the same camera, but I have a few of them. So I think this one done ran its fucking course. So I'm going to have to hook up another one because this is how it's showing now, y'all. This damn black screen right here. But that's okay, though. Yeah, what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to run a few of my commercials, and then we're going to come back and we're going to close out. I will see you good folk on the other side of this here break. All right?
Open your mind. Hey guys, T.P.O.T. on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But you knew that already.
You heard the voice. You know the name. You've waited long enough. Little Big Nate, Big has arrived, and it's on. Let's go.
Peace, folks. Open your mind. Wednesday, we throw down in the digital square circle on Hours of Power debates. Thursday, we get at it with DXL, Dark XoDus Live. So come through, 9:30 p.m., right here on the T.P.O.T. YouTube page. You know. Peace, folks. This is Teacher Tanisha. You're listening to the T.P.O.T Media YouTube page. You know, now back to the show. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. My man Clue with the closeout $5 super chat. I appreciate that, brother Clue. He says I gotta catch the replay. I'm late as hell. Well, actually, that don't mean that, but that's what I said. I appreciate that $5 super chat, brother Lou. And you know, when you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Appreciate that, brother Clue. And yeah, appreciate that, brother Stoic, putting that in there. Yeah, get on down there, man, and sub to brother Leon's channel, the 411 Talk Radio Show channel. I've been knowing brother Leon for quite some time. We go back a ways. We go back a few years, man. So get on down there, man, and check out brother Leon's channel, man. I don't think you are going to be disappointed with brother Leon's stuff. I appreciate that, brother Clue. You know, man, I try, man. You know, I try to bring y'all shit. You know, to be honest, you know, the stories that fuck with me, those are the stories that I do. You know, because I have a lot of these stories, man, like in my computer, man, and in my archives, man. But the ones, like I said earlier, man, I mean, this story here, I didn't even know about. Someone sent it to me, and I decided to do it tonight. But I appreciate it, brother Clue. We're going to get on up out of here, man. Like always, man, I appreciate everybody, man. You could have been doing anything on a Saturday night, man, and you decided to be here. It is appreciated, man, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful for it. Y'all know, man, I don't take you lightly. I never have, and I never will. You got my word on that. I appreciate all the super chats, but more importantly, man, I appreciate your participation. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching this damn show till damn near 1 o'clock in the morning. If you're on the East Coast, if you're in the Midwest, damn near 12 o'clock. And if you're in the West Coast, damn near 10 o'clock. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate, you know, just y'all being here, man. You know, I don't take y'all lightly because I say again, man, it's Saturday night, man. Y'all could be anywhere. Y'all could be with your woman. You could be out. You could be drinking your beer. You could be smoking your blunt. You could be doing anything, but you here. And it's appreciated, man. It's always appreciated. You know. So with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words. You know, like I always do. Open your mind.
Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus. The Protest.
Dark Exodus.
Open your mind.
You know.
Yeah, X.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. You understand?
Yeah, X.
You understand?
Open your mind.
Dark X. Yeah, X.
You understand?
Yeah, X.
Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.